Hey beautiful souls, welcome to Blossom Rise. I'm Amber Troicella, evidential medium, mentor, and licensed psychotherapist. And if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're already part of the Blossoming Souls community, it's good to see you and thanks for being present with me. Today's video is vulnerable, raw, and necessary, okay? I want to talk about something that isn't often discussed, but is felt deeply by so many of us on the path of awakening and healing, right? Surviving the death of self while still living. I'm going to share a personal story reflecting on the process of active inner death and guide you through what it actually means to surrender when your soul is shifting, even while you're still breathing. This is about transformation, grief, surrender, rebirth, and it's also an invitation for you to give yourself permission to actually fall apart. I'm dying. Yes, you heard that right. But not in the way we traditionally define death, okay? How many times do we die within a lifetime? How many times have you felt shattered, emptied, cracked open, yet somehow kept breathing, okay? This time I was conscious of the dying process. Tuesday night, I fell asleep in tears. By Wednesday, I couldn't even serve clients. I canceled everything. I knew I needed space for myself to be by myself. So I ventured to the woods where spirit always meets me. I followed a similar path, but I felt pulled somewhere else new. There was a tree stump, and I sat down. I could hear the song of the birds, the crickets, the breeze dancing throughout the leaves. I sat down and I placed my hand on the tree beside me, and I asked, hey, can I sit here? Can I sit here, right? And the answer I received was soft and clear. Yes, be strong, we're all interconnected, you're never struggling alone. That message broke me open in the best possible way. I felt seen, not by people, but by nature, by spirit, and my higher self that lives within me. In that moment, there was no fear, no anxiety. I was just present. And all I wanted was to bottle that feeling of peace and stillness and truth in a glass bottle so that I can open it whenever I needed this moment. I took out my journal and I began to write, and the tears came again. But these tears weren't just emotional, they were also spiritual. Because I knew that I was actively dying, all right? Not physically, but an old version of me, one that I had outgrown, one that I clung to for safety, for identity, was and is dissolving, okay? It reminded me of when I was 21 years old and finally left an abusive relationship. That was my first step. And what followed was the beginning of healing, okay? This was another time where I felt aware. I'm aware. I couldn't escape this. I couldn't delay it. All I can do was surrender. Now each breath is a surrender. So let me ask you something. How many times have you died and been reborn while still breathing? We think of death as the end of a physical life, but more often death is an accumulation of loss, of change, and of soul evolution. These ego deaths, spiritual deaths, identity deaths, they're all part of one path, okay? What makes them sacred is that they're conscious of their transition. You know something is leaving and that something new is being born in its place. But here's the truth. That's hard to admit, all right? Rebirth cannot come without grief. Grieve the version of you that you had to survive. Grieve the one that played small. Grieve the one who clung to people, roles, or patterns that kept you safe. Cry. Be still. Ask for support, okay? Because the rebirth will be worth it. And know that you are not alone, okay? I want to thank you for holding space with me to have this conversation, okay? And if you're going through your own death of self right now, know that I'm holding space for you too, right? I created the Blossom Into Your Light Mentorship Circle for this very reason, right? To walk with others who are shedding, grieving, and awakening and rising, right? The start of our next journey has been rescheduled to August 4th, 2025. Okay, so just in a few months. You can join the waitlist now, so you'll be the first to know when enrollment opens, right? In the next video, I'll give you a peek into what the circle looks like, how it's structured, what to expect, and how it can support your transformation. So I'll ask you again, how many times have you died and been reborn while still living? Okay, honor that process, grieve it, celebrate it, okay? And when you're ready, step into what's waiting for you. Join the waitlist for Blossom Into Your Light. Link can be found in the description, okay? And subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you don't miss the next video where we'll break down the mentorship circle, okay? If you haven't already, check out the Blossom and Rise podcast. I think it's here. Season 2 is coming soon right here on YouTube. And follow me on Substack where I host my emailing list and create beautiful works of writing masterpieces if you're into reading, okay? Until next time, breathe in, breathe out. You're here and you're rising. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.